Is gait analysis needed? Context is key. So I see some who say that gait analysis isn't required. So I want to put my spin on it, and I conduct gait analysis. So firstly, if you're running, straight line running, no pain, and your performance is pretty good, no need to do it. You've got no issues and you're performing well. In terms of field-based sports, change directs, deceleration, acceleration, then those movements can exacerbate any poor mechanics, and 70% of ACL injuries are non-contact. So yes, it's generally from that mechanics, and that would be good to get an insight of understanding on what poor mechanics somebody may have. My third context is the fact that I have now a client that I've just recently done a gait analysis because they're displaying pain in the hip. Okay, now, so I don't want to go too much into detail, but as we did analysis, I knew from the offset roughly what it was going to be. So she's fairly strong. Elastic reactive strength is reduced. Her right limb, where she's had a hip replacement, her mechanics on that side, it looks like over a long period of time after the hip replacement, some mechanics have changed and it's now become the norm. And then that, as it starts to fatigue because of its poor elastic reactive strength, then it starts to feel some changes in that hip and feeling some pain. She's a real strike runner, so what we do see with that, we see a big braking force as well with that, which can reduce performance and in some cases increase vertical ground reaction forces through that hip, and as they fatigue, then that's just going to get increased. So yeah, so as we've looked at that, now we could can look at that and say, right, we now roughly know what's happening in them lower limbs. She's increased her volume in running, which I've discussed before, which means then that hip has took a lot more stress without having chance to remodel. And there's a possibility of it was an overuse injury because it's reduced now as we've reduced the high impact. So yeah, for me, I think it's useful in some context. So now I've got an idea, I've got some visual, some motion capture, some force going in there, so we know what's happening there. So now we can change a program to ensure that we are setting it up to be able to do HYROX, which she wants to do, and reduce the risk of any increased stress and injury.